trick then, and that's why I have a 12-week journey, and not just a 12-minute journey, is to convert the gap in the market to a profitable market in the gap. Just the other way around, just some wordplay. But yeah, it's one thing to get that gap. Now, what do you need to do to convert that gap into a market, or to fill that emptiness that Bhumi spoke about, that you've identified, which is so beautiful because it contains what you need. But how to fill that emptiness with a profitable market for your startup business, a market that can grow to where you want to be with your business. So Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I have simply found 10,000 ways that won't work." And this is the premise. Wonderful, wonderful how he got to the light bulb from there with that mentality. I've simply found 10,000 ways that won't work. Like a child learning to walk, learning to fall thousands of times. And you can watch children when they start walking. When they fall, it becomes like a game. They are excited when they fall. They make little excited noises. Whoop, I'm falling. Whoop, I'm falling. But I know I'm on the way to walk. Just like Thomas Edison knew he was on the way to bringing the light bulb to the world. One of the great tools I use is the value proposition canvas, which I've included for you in the class notes. And I quickly want to touch on that because it takes two elements of I can just see it here. New business. My goodness. Here we go. I should have arranged my starry night a little better. There you can see two blocks taken from the business model canvas, the value proposition block, as well as the customer segment block. So all it's saying is the gift I give to the world, my value proposition, is either going to help people to experience a gain or to relieve pain. Those are my products and services, the gifts that I give to the world. They will allow people to experience a gain or to relieve pain. So that's why I'm saying people have needs and people have problems. And it's always important to consider both. So if you address the gains, you address the pains by having 30 to 50, I always say 30 to 50, 30 to 50 conversations with prospective clients or customers, where we forget about hard selling. We're not selling to them. We are chatting about our why. Like I would be chatting about how to inspire, how to inspire, how to uplift fellow human beings with prospective clients or customers. And that's how I would open up my market. So if you speak to your why, what is the baseline verb that you are operating from? And you have conversations with customers or clients saying, I'm building a business. I want to understand the needs and problems of people who might be interested. And then help people to understand their own needs, help them to formulate their needs. Give you an example now. I'll share it just now as well. You might get to somebody and say, sir, tell me about a problem you have. And they might say to you, I'm hungry. You might say, thank you very much. Market research complete. You go home or wherever you prepare your business, you say, food service. I need to prepare food. So you make your first dish and it's beautiful, healthy and nutritious, very 2021. Healthy and nutritious. And you run back to that person. You say, sir, I've got your solution. There's your meal. The person says, that's not what I need. And immediately say, oh my word. You had a conversation. They said they were hungry. And you completely missed the point. You completely missed the target by bringing them a meal. And you say, sir, but you said you were hungry. And then the person says to you, well, I never said I don't have food. And then you get to a point where you say, okay, sir, but why are you hungry? And then the person says, I haven't eaten. And then you ask, why again? Why haven't you eaten, sir? I didn't make time to prepare food. Aha, and I went into my busy day, whatever. Why didn't you make time, sir? Oh, it's, I'm a business operator or whatever, or some manager somewhere. And I find it difficult to delegate any tasks to my team. So I do everything. I'm always on, always busy. And that causes a type of day where I don't have time to eat. And I mean, my health is failing, everything, but I have to keep at it. So then we come much closer by helping them to formulate in conversation what is their real problem, their real need. And obviously, there's either that person is in a role which is not a fit for them, or that person needs some very urgent intervention in helping them to delegate, to get collaborators, partners, personnel to support the greater vision or whatever of that business or of that business unit. So through and can you see how we're not going to sort of ask why and just try to chase away strangers, but to get to formulate conversations or questionnaires where we really understand and we share our hearts. To give you an example, one of the new venture creation participants from Kimberley, his name is Andrew. He's a security fence provider, and he actually welds it. He's a wheelchair-bound guy, but he's a wonderful welder. And when he engages with someone, he doesn't just immediately tell them, listen, I do gates, do you want a gate? He talks about security, and security in Kimberley and in Khalishewe. How's security where you are? Oh, these are my fears. Oh, they are the same as your fears. You have a real connection with someone, then you understand where they are. And then one can say, oh, by the way, I'm in the so-and-so business, particularly when you're doing your market research. So value proposition canvas, you can use to great effect with 30 to 50 people to help people to understand their problems, understand their needs, because then you will not make the mistake of preparing food for someone who actually needs to be trained on how to be a manager or who needs to be repurposed into a different role. I